Good morning. I'm grateful for the reflections we've shared on the subject of the sacred earth. They've taken me back to consider the sources that shape the way I think about our world. As a liberal arts student at William James College in the early 80s, I shared in many conversations on how should we live and what is required of us. Our recent reflections could have been part of an eco-theology conference, an eco-philosophy program, or a human ecology class. Ecology is everywhere, across disciplines, serving as a model of integral wholeness and interrelationship. I waded into my library the other day to retrieve some titles from my eco-reading I'd like to share. Some 40-year-old seeds of wisdom still capable of bearing fruits for our world. Here is what I retrieved. Eco-Philosophy, Designing New Tactics for Living by Henryk Skolimowski. It's an outline of a comprehensive, spiritually alive, environmentally and economically conscious way of living. Eco-Psychology, Restoring the Earth and Healing the Mind, edited by Theodore Roszak, who writes, only follow where ecological science leads. Somewhere within this emerging vision of biospheric wholeness lies a new environmentally based conception of sanity. Deep Ecology, Living as if Nature Mattered, by George Sessions and Bill Duvall, who wrote, many philosophers and theologians are calling for a new ecological philosophy for our time. We believe, however, that we may not need something new, but need to reawaken something very old, to reawaken our understanding of earth wisdom. In the broadest sense, we need to accept the invitation to the dance of unity of humans, plants, animals, the earth. We need to cultivate an ecological consciousness. Economics, Ecology, and Ethics, Essays Toward a Steady State Economy, Herman Daly. This is a primer on interdisciplinary studies. In his introduction to a section on ethics, Daly writes, the infinite hunger of man, his moral and spiritual hunger, is not to be satisfied, is indeed exacerbated by the current demonic madness of producing more and more things for more and more people. Afflicted with an infinite itch, modern man is scratching in the wrong place, and his frenetic clawing is drawing blood from the life-sustaining circulatory systems of his spaceship, the biosphere. Overshoot, the ecological basis of revolutionary change, by William Catton, who writes, it's imperative that all of us learn the following core principle. Human society is inextricably part of a global biotic community, and in that community, human dominance has had and is having self-destructive consequences. We must learn to relate personally to what might be called the ecological facts of life. And from the Subversive Science, Essays Toward an Ecology of Man, by Paul Shepard and Daniel McKinley. Subversive indeed. The ideological status of ecology is that of the resistance movement. It's Rachel Carson's and Aldo Leopold's are subversive. The work of Rachel Carson and Aldo Leopold continues to inspire and instruct those who seek to honor and protect the living earth. In his 2016 book, How Did We Get Into This Mess? Politics, Equality, and Nature, the Guardian writer George Monbiot cites Leopold. One of the penalties of an ecological education is that one lives alone in a world of wounds. And ecologists must either harden their shell and make believe that their consequences are none of their business, or they must be the doctor who sees the mark of death in a community that believes itself well and does not want to be told otherwise. Ecologists have always been criticized and marginalized for one simple reason. They speak of inconvenient truths. Our current regime has responded to the inconvenient truth of global climate change by removing any mention of the issue from government websites. This is just one issue. Our work is not done. Stay committed, keep informed, continue to honor and protect our sacred earth.